is up, Storm fans? I have a very, very spicy deck for you tonight. Legacy Cycle Storm, my favorite Pauper deck now in Legacy. And in Legacy, you get an upgrade from a pretty important rare. I'm talking about Fluctuator. What Fluctuator says is that cycling is reduced by 2 colorless or 2 generic mana. And that opens up the doors for some pretty powerful cards, such as Hollow One, Vile Manifestation, Unearth. Unearth is actually really, really spicy in this deck. So obviously it cycles for 2 and that works well with the Fluctuator. But it also brings back Flourishing Fox, Drannith Stinger, and Drannith Healer. If you're unfamiliar with these cards because they're not exactly legacy playable, Flourishing Fox is a 1-white, 1/1 creature that says whenever you cycle another card, put a +1/+1 counter on it, which means that this thing is a beat stick. I am planning on killing somebody in this league with a Flourishing Fox, and it's going to be sweet. So if you want to watch that, you better stick around because it's going to be awesome. But the way that this deck typically wins is that you cycle through a bunch of your deck, you cast a Songs of the Damned to make a whole metric buttload of mana, you cast a Reaping the Graves to return a buttload of creatures from your graveyard to your hand. You cycle them again to draw more cards. Eventually, you cast Drannith Stinger or return it with Unearth into play, cycle some more creatures, and then murder your opponent. That's the game plan. But this deck has a really sweet backup plan of attacking with Flourishing Fox, Vile Manifestation. If you're unfamiliar with Manifestation, it's a 2-mana 0/4 creature that gets +1/+0 for each creature card in your graveyard. Pretty good, right? Like, that thing's going to get huge. And then you have Hollow One, which says it costs 2 less for each number of cards you've discarded this turn, while cycling is discarding, so you can cycle a few creatures, cycle a Street Wraith, get a bunch of early Hollow Ones, and get your opponent that way. So this is a Storm deck with a beat-down backup plan, and it's going to be awesome. And because of this Flourishing Fox, we are actually splashing for Scrublands, Savai Triome, and then Badlands for the Drannith Stinger. This deck is mostly budget outside of the dual lands, and honestly, you don't really have to play the dual lands. Like, this could be a basic Plains and a basic Mountain, and you could play, Marsh Flats split with Bloodstained Mire. But for the purposes of this league, we're going to run 2 dual lands. I still think that this deck is fairly budget. There's no Lion's Eye Diamond. There's the 2 dual lands are the only reserve-less cards for the most part, and those could be shock lands. It doesn't really matter. But yeah, that's the game plan of this deck. We're playing the best removal spell ever printed in the sideboard, Prismatic Ending, Duress to make sure that our stuff resolves, Fatal Push, Gaddock Teague, Collector Oof, maybe some of that stuff, Thalia. That's what this is here for. And Fairy Macabre, we are purposely running Fairy Macabre. You might think that this is a budget choice. It is not. It is a creature, which means that it comes back with Reaping the Graves, but it also pumps your Vile Manifestation. I considered running Grief in this list because Grief is also a creature that goes to the graveyard. The problem with Grief, or at least my hunch, I don't have any experience with this, is that you can't afford the card disadvantage with this deck. But if you think that you can, maybe you don't run these Pyroblasts and maybe these 2 slots become Grief. I'm not sure, but it's certainly something you could try. If it's good, make sure you come back and let me know. I'd definitely be interested. But that is the deck. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment in the section down below. I try to respond to all of them. It helps us get into the YouTube algorithm, and I would appreciate your support, so definitely do that. Liking, subscribing, those things are free and easy to do. Those also help. You can check out our membership info. That is the join button next to the subscribe button. There you can unlock badges, emotes, sideboard guides, donation decks, and tons more. Definitely go check that out. You can also go directly to theepicsorm.com/donation-decks to support us there, as well as theepicsorm.com/shop for your card singles, store merchandise, and mini token pack. All right, that's my intro, short and sweet. Let's get cycling. I will see you in match number 1. I wonder what the over-under is on number of people we kill with Flourishing Fox. I'm going to put it at 2.5, and I'm going to go with we will get at least 3 game wins with Flourishing Fox. Let's see if I'm right. Match number 1 coming right up. Cycle Storm! I'm so excited for this league. I hope you are too, and we are on the play. Street Wraith Fluctuator? How's this not a keep? This hand's bananas. The only bad thing about this hand is that it doesn't have a Flourishing Fox in it. Alright. Scrubland. Dark Ritual. Fluctuator. My opponent just said good luck, have fun. I am trying to have fun. I just put Fluctuator on the stack. Cycle. Alright, cycle Street Wraith. Alright, cycle this. We are looking for a Reaping the Graves. Cycle. Cycle. I think I'm supposed to cycle this Unearth. Come on, Reaping the Graves. Aww. Alright, we have to pass. 47 cards left in deck. Savannah. Elvish Reclaimer. Okay, so probably Green-White Depths. They do have Bazooka Bog in their deck, so we want to find that Reaping the Graves immediately. Cycle. Cycle. Oh, that's a bummer. Okay. We also have Crop Rotation for what it's worth. That can get the Bazooka Bog. I think we're just going to get a dual land out of the deck here with the Marsh Flats, try to increase our odds of hitting. Alright, they played a Yavimaya, which means that they do have Bazooka Bog active. Alright, Mox Diamond, and they're probably going to choose to not attack here. I can't imagine that they would attack with the Elvish Reclaimer. Yeah, it just doesn't seem very wise. Alright, let's get the Badlands. Just want to get, like, leaving the cycle land in the deck is good. Another Fluctuator doesn't really help here. I'm actually going to save that for Storm Count. I think Storm Count's more important than just having two of those in play. And I'm probably going to get bogged here. Nope. Dark Depths, okay. They now have the combo. Need to draw some cyclers. Draw? Well, there's one. Cycle. Alright, so we need to trick our opponent here. So ideally they would try to bog right there, but that didn't happen. So I'm going to Reaping the Graves here and they're going to bog me. It's going to stink. Alright, so Storm is 5. Fox, Healer, Vile, Street Wraith. What? How are you not bogging me? Alright, well that draw 5 just happened. And I can actually put my life above 21, too. Is it better to have a draw, or... You know what? I'm not going to deal with that. I'm just going to try to combo out. There's Stinger. Let's play our Stinger. It's combo time. Okay, so Stinger's in play. Time to deal 20 damage. Let's go. Remove a land from the deck. Don't want to draw into those. Cycle. Well, Ritual's not what I needed. Cycle. Another Reaping the Graves. We're down to our final cycle. Maybe I'll get punished for playing out the Stinger. Okay, that was good. Ball Ritual. Okay, so this is Storm 8. Maybe they'll bog me this time. Selecting our creatures. No, they're just all in on letting me do this. Maybe they don't have a bog. That's possible. Unlikely, but possible. All right, it looks like they're F6'd. Cycle. Cycle. Okay, so we have 4 cyclers left. My opponent just said our deck is sweet. Thank you, opponent. You're too kind. We need some more cyclers, though. It's at 8 now. On to our last 2 cyclers. Getting a little nervous here. Okay, Dark Ritual. We can cycle this Triome. Okay, almost there. Come on, deck. Okay, I like that Reaping the Graves. Cycle Stinger. We're at 3. Cycle the Unearth. Songs. Reaping the Graves. Okay, click. Should probably just like... And we got our first game. They must not have a main deck bog. We got really lucky there. Oh, geez. I think we probably want some prismatic endings. Maybe some duress too, because it hits force of vigor, but also crop rotation. I'm not sure. Board out the Clarets. Those are like pretty easy board outs. Maybe I don't board in the ending. I don't know what to board out here. Maybe like one Fluctuator. Like one Unearth. Let's try this. It was a win, I'll take that, but it was not a Flourishing Fox. I called 3 game wins with the Fox. I don't know if Green-White Depths is a deck where our Fox will ever be good enough, but we can try. And now we have turn 1 Fox here. And our Fox is going to be a 3-3. How is this not a keep? Let's go. Savannah? Curse of Silence. Wow, they named Fluctuator? Not nice, opponent. Not very nice. I would never do that to you. Alright, so let's get Scrubland. And play our Fox. And just pass the turn. I don't know if we can deal lethal next turn, but I don't want to pump our Flourishing Fox too early. Forest. Reclaimer. Okay. They could have swords in their hand right now. Not sure how I feel about that. Alright, let's get in there with the Fox. You gonna call my bluff? You gonna block? Do it. You won't. Alright. So let's cycle the Street Wraith. Stinger. Okay. Cycle Street Wraith. Come on. Give me a Dark Ritual right here. Duress. I'm gonna cycle the Stinger. Okay. So this hollow one would be free now. I'm just trying to think of what I want to do here, and I think I'm gonna let that go. They can take 4. All right, I'm gonna play hollow one. Songs of the Damned, and then I'm going to go Duress Vile Manifestation, I think. Looks like they have crop rotation. And I am getting bogged. Yep. Womp womp. Pass the turn. So we are trying to avoid Dark Depths combo. Wasteland hurts. Draw. Come on, Flourishing Fox, do your thing. Opponent's at 16. No blocks, going to 8. Okay. Now they get to activate Reclaimer for Depths or Stage. Maybe Yavimaya. I don't think they get Yavimaya here, but I don't know the context of their hand. But if they have a Tabernacle, that's going to hurt. Alright, they selected Yavimaya. We have to get in... I mean, our opponent's not going to just let us kill them, so we realistically need 2 more combat steps. Stage, it's pretty good. If they have another crop rotation, I'm dead. Alright, well, it's not crop rotation, probably night. The 5/5? Oh, that's gross. Land? Scrubland's hurting me. Alright, I think we lost this one. Yep. Now they just have lethal. Seems so close, we just didn't get there. Draw. Yeah, they got me. Okay. That was still very exciting. Do I want Duress? Maybe I do it maybe 3 Duress is enough. Maybe 2 when I bring back in the Cabal Ritual and I just want to be more combo-y on the play. No, let's do 3 duress. Okay, come on, deck. Be good to me. Turn 1 Fox again? No cyclers. Ugh. I don't know if this hand is actually good enough. I think I'm supposed to ship this. It's just too slow. Maybe this hand is good enough? I'm not sure. Maybe I should have kept the 7. Okay, they kept 6. We'll just lead off on duress. Endurance. That's kind of a pain in the butt. Get rid of the crop rotation. They can play Curse of Silence, whatever. I didn't even think about Endurance versus Cycle Storm. That's gonna hurt. Savannah. And Curse. Fluctuator, you got it. Draw. Ah, brutal! So this costs 4 to cast now. Okay, let's cycle this. See if we can hit a land. Cycle. Okay. So if I draw into a land next turn, I can play Dark Ritual into Fluctuator. 1 Swept Heath. Maybe the duresses in the board should have been Thoughtseizes for Endurance. I just didn't think of that when I was building the deck. I was like, they should be duresses so I could save life versus Blue-Red Delver, but I just completely blanked on the card Endurance. Opponent looks like they have a decision here between playing their green card for Endurance or holding it. Or, well, playing it or holding it for Endurance, I should say. It looks like they're going to hold it. Alright, well, it looks like I am allowed to play Fluctuator. And they'll get to draw a card with Curse. Alright, cycle Vile Manifestation. Let's cycle the Hollow one. I don't know if I want to cycle the Triome yet. Cycle. Cycle that too. I'm gonna play songs, make them Endurance. And Green Sun. So I can respond to this songs and cycle this, but I'd have to hit a chain of spells in order for this to be good, instead of just playing a 4/4. I know that they have at least Wasteland in hand. The thing is, I don't think I'm going to beat their game plan by attacking with a 4/4, but maybe I'm wrong. Just because if they play like a knight or something, I get it shut down. I'm going to cycle. I'm just going to try to be a combo deck here. Cycle. Alright, that's kind of a bummer. So now we can cycle the Triome. Cycle. And we have to pass. Alright, well maybe if we draw like a Dark Ritual or something, I can get going again next turn. Third land. They have a Wasteland and 2 Unknowns. That is like a Dark Ritual. Right, so Storm 3. Bring back the 3 creatures. Come on, deck, be good to me. I can't help but wonder if I'm supposed to play... I don't know. You know that they have a Wasteland? I've used 2 songs. So part of me is like, should I play out Fox and cycle Healer and then try to hit running creatures into the Hollow one? I don't know. Let's cycle. Okay, duress. I'm gonna pass. I think I want to hang on to the Hollow one. What is this? Ending? Okay. Ah. That was a max punish. So I know that they have Wasteland and 1 Unknown. Plains. Alright. Yeah, I'm not feeling good about this. Draw. Okay, so I can bring back the Healer. Start getting in like chip damage eventually. We played the plains. Okay. Draw. That doesn't do anything anymore. I think I just cycle this. I feel like I made a wrong decision this game to play out the Fox. And now we're just going to be dead to Merilage in a couple turns. I just want to win with Fox so badly. That's not a good draw. Alright. Let's cycle this, see what we can draw into. And duress. No point in even playing that. Just have to pass here. You might be thinking, Bryant, it's a 1-2. All they have to do is fetch or wasteland themselves in order to turn that into a 3-4. There's just no point in me attacking. They also have Maze of It to untap the Flourishing Fox. It wouldn't go well. And there's stage. Okay. So we will be dead in just a moment. Draw. Alright, so on our opponent's end step, they activate, they go get Dark Depths, and then they copy it with Thespian Stage, get a 20/20, and we're at 17. So we are dead. The 20/20 happens to be flying and indestructible, so no way out of that. Alright, so we're starting this league off 0-1. No Flourishing Fox victory. Probably tried to force it a little bit too hard. Let me know what you think. But round number 2 is coming up. At least our game 1 was pretty sweet. Okay, match number 2, and we are on the play. Turn 1 Fox? You know I'm not going to ship this hand. Come on. Keep. Wish I did have another cycler other than this hollow one, though. Maybe we'll get lucky and rip one. Alright, scrub land. Into the Fox. Our opponent's name is IPlayBadDecks. Little do they know, they're not playing Flourishing Fox, so they don't have the right to talk here. Another Fox? Like a fox trot. I think I'm supposed to like Dark Ritual cycle hollow one here. Or do I just sack the pedal? I think maybe I keep the Dark Rit. I'll get punished when I draw 1 mana cycler here. Don't worry about it. Okay, our opponent just said that they love our deck. Entomb, no! Oh, that's not cool. Alright, well, Gristlebrand's pretty good. Alright, so there's some sort of TinFins variant. We do have 3 Fairy Macabre on our board. LED, they're definitely a TinFins variant. They're at 11. Alright, so go to 4, but also don't draw anything good. Dark Ritual. Yeah, Tendrils, just cast it. Entomb for Children of Corylus. Yep. Alright, so we will get to board in our Fairy Macabres here. Unmask me, that's fine. Fairy Macabre and Duress are definitely coming in. Unearth. Well, I do get to bring back this hollow one. So they also have a Dark Depths package with Vampire Hexmage. So this is not a Flourishing Fox matchup. I was hoping that they were on like Nick Fit when they played the Bayou. Alright. Their deck is a divisible of 7, which means that eventually they can draw down to 0 cards and then Living Wish for Thassa's Oracle or Lab Maniac, whatever they prefer. There's the Living Wish. Lab Maniac was the card. Okay, so I guess with Lab Maniac you can actually go under, it doesn't really matter. And just like that, we are dead. Womp womp. Alright, well we do get the fairies. And then Duress. So Unearth is like a value card. We don't want to be a value deck. We want to be a combo deck, so that can be boarded out. And then we do need 3 more slots. Probably we're out healers. Getting a little bit low on cyclers, which makes me concerned, so I think maybe we brought out Cabal Ritual. You do have to keep a certain density of creatures in your deck. Let's try this. On the play. Triple Duress, we'll try it. Okay. I'm going to start off by removing a land from the deck just because we don't want to draw lands, we want to draw into cyclers. Get that scrub land and cast Duress. Hand doesn't do a whole lot. I think we just take the Thoughtseize here. Next turn we can double Duress. Probably taking the Living Wish. Delta. Draw. Duress again. X-Mage. So they're looking for Dark Depths. So yeah, we'll take the Living Wish. I don't know if there's any point in taking the Shallow Grave when they have Burial Rites. So because of that... No, I don't think I'm supposed to be the beatdown deck. I need to quit playing Flourishing Fox. Especially when they're a Mirage deck. Yeah, like Shallow Grave and this are pretty much the same. So I think I'm going to wait a turn and just cycle the Fox on their end step. Stage. Did you draw Entomb, you son of a gun? You did. Get punished, Bryant. Alright, can we cycle into Fairy Macabre? So you're saying there's a chance. Cycle again. Womp womp. We're very much dead. They're just gonna have 6 and let them do their thing. Alright, so they've played a Lotus Petal, Dark Ritual, Entomb, Children again. Sure. We're just dead here. So they can pay another 7 life, going down to 5 life, gain all that life back. Yep, so they're playing out their artifacts. And then they have Burial Rites, which means that they can discard the Burial Rites to Lion's Eye Diamond to then bring back another creature. So, alright, so they went down to 5, and now they can go up to 27 with the Children, which allows them to draw, I believe, the rest of their deck. No, they're just short. But, I mean, all they have to do is reanimate the Children in order to keep going. Exhume, bring back Children. Yep. Okay. Yep. So now they just play Living Wish, go get the Lab Maniac. You're at 49. Do you not have it? Like, just cast your Living Wish. Or the rest of your Living Wish is on the bottom of your deck? What are you doing? Showboating? Just kill me! You've cast a Dark Ritual. No one cares. Kill me already. You successfully cast Lion's Eye Diamond. Let's go. Burial Rites again? Sure. You're at 92. No one cares. We've established this. Okay. You got it. So I guess they didn't draw into the Living Wish that was in the bottom 6 cards. Alright, so we can't deal 135 with this deck. I guess we have Swamp Walk, but that doesn't matter. Do I even Duress here? Like, what's the point? I don't know. Guess we take the trophy? I don't know. They're just gonna play Mirage next turn. I can't beat that anyway. Alright, cycle this healer. Into Stinger. I'm just gonna concede. We're not going to win this. Alright, 0 and 2. Not an ideal matchup. I said 3. Not feeling too good about that after these first 2 matches. Let's see if I can pull through. Match number 3, and we are on the play. Turn 1 Flourishing Fox, you know how I feel about this. I'm taking a mulligan. Alright, so I can cycle the Flourishing Fox and then reanimate it, or unearth it, whatever you would like to call it. Okay. Whoops. On black mana, not white. Unearth. Back the Fox. Wow, what a reanimator target. Flourishing Fox, pretty powerful. I'd say so. Definitely legacy playable. You can't tell me otherwise. This is where our opponent's playing blue-red Delver, and I just get gut shot. Come on, what are you doing? Quit reading my cards. Just take your turn. Cavern of Souls. Is this goblins? Is it the dwarf deck? Core. Is it Death and Taxes, I guess? Or does it cast Stoneforge Mystic? Fluctuator! Alright, so cycle this hollow one. Draw. Can't cycle that. Oh. Alright, so we're sort of doing our thing here. I mean, I'm not happy about Giver runes being in play, but I have a feeling that Flourishing Fox probably isn't going to go the distance against the mono white deck. Okay, let's cycle Triumph. Giver says another, by the way, so they cannot block and give the Giver protection. But we missed on another cycler anyway. Get in there. Alright, so hey, we've reduced a quarter of their life total. They're at 15. Wasteland, Stoneforge Mystic. Yep. So now they can block with Stoneforge and give a protection from white. Getting Jit. Sure. Let's get the last swamp out of the deck. Draw. Cycle. Let's see if they don't block. Why not? There's like literally no downside into us swinging here. Now they give it pro white. Yep. Alright. Cycle Street Wraith. We should just cycle this. I don't have anything to bring back. Cycle on Earth. Cycle on Earth. I was hoping for Reaping the Graves there. I'm gonna hang on to Badlands. There's no reason to play it into the Wasteland. We do have a 7/7 Fox that's never going to get in there for damage ever again. For shot and port. Death and taxing players and their mana bases. This is disgusting. Sure, you can have a Jet. Play some basics in your deck. Come on. So I think we're just supposed to pass here. Hope to draw into a Reaping the Graves at some point. Thalia, okay. Kind of annoying, but we can beat Thalia. Cycle. Come on, deck. We just have to pass. We're a third of the way through our deck and we have not found a Reaping the Graves yet. Another port. The swords. Recruiter of the Guards. That can get Flicker Wisp. Assuming that they ever draw another white source. Spirit of the Labyrinth. That's another good one against us. Bagclave Apparition. Come on, deck. Be good to me. Why are you like this? Did I harm you at some point? Okay, so... Is Skyclave Apparition a core? I never realized. Okay. Or they're going after Fluctuator. Not very nice. Okay. That is a, I mean, it can play it as a large creature. I just don't know how good that actually is anymore. And by large creature, I mean a 4/4. I think I'm supposed to just cycle it. Okay, so I can play that next turn. Cost 3 mana. I think they were probably supposed to tap down my Marsh Flat so they could waste it. Do another Skyclave. What is this? 4 mana? Palace Jailer. Not very nice. Okay, so I have Scrubland left as a land I can get with this Marsh Flats. You are in fact the Monarch. Draw. Sure. Draw. Unearth. That doesn't actually do me a whole lot of good here. Play Fluctuator. Cycle. Keep cycling. And we're almost halfway through our deck and I have not found a Reaping the Graves yet. So if they swing out next turn, that's 5 plus 6 is 11, 12, 13. They have lethal if they see it. I don't know why they didn't attack last turn with more than just Thalia. Another Skyclave. Yep. That's gonna do it, unfortunately. Like, theoretically, I could draw Reaping the Graves. I just don't think it's going to be enough. And they found lethal. Yep. Okay. Womp womp. We were halfway through our deck that game. Never found it. So that would have been good if the Fluctuator was still in play. Kind of unfortunate draws there. We're probably going to need the prismatic endings, so we should board those in. Fatal Push also seems pretty good. Maybe take out the Unearths. Like, we're just not going to be a value deck here. Maybe this is too much, I don't know. Well, let's try this anyway. I just want to kill someone with a Flourishing Fox. Is that too much to ask? On the play. Alright, so there's no Fox in this hand to trick me into casting, so I have that going on for me. I think we just play Swamp and pass. Okay, I also don't know if I'm supposed to play Hollow One because it feels like a trap. But I can play it next turn off these if I just wait. Alright, let's start off on cycling the Street Wraith. Well, now I can play double Hollow One. Okay, now I cycle the Barrenmoor. Now these are both free. Maybe this will be good enough. Swords to Plowshares? That's not cool. How dare you have cards that interact with me? The audacity. Cavern of Souls. Human. That is in fact a human. Okay, I think I'm going to get the Scrubland here. Fluctuator. And I'm an aggro deck. Get in there. No need to cycle the Canyon Slough. There's just like no point into doing it in my main phase when I can't do anything else anyway. Giver, sure. Okay, so we can get in again and put them to 12 with a Hollow One, but after that it's going to be blanked. I mean, I guess I can cycle here. It doesn't really matter. Cycle again. Just keep cycling. That worked out. Okay, now we get our draw step. Alright, well, it's pretty free to cycle this, so I'll do that. So Sonics makes 5, which is enough to play Fluctuator into Reaping the Graves. You have Surgical? Is that what's going on here? It was a Mindbreak Trap. They couldn't cast it quite yet, but they can cast it on this Reaping the Graves. Alright, so this is going to be for 4. Street Wraith, Hollow One, Stinger. Okay, so I should be able to play Hollow One for free here. Should have Mindbreaked if you had it. Okay, well, it doesn't look like they do. Get in. Hollow One dealing damage. Alright, so we still have an opportunity to win this game with Flourishing Fox. I would just like to throw that out there. Recruiter of the Guard. Palace Jailer, okay. So they can play Jailer next turn. Alright, so let's start off on Stinger. I don't think I'm supposed to play the Fox here. I feel like it's just a waste of resources, unfortunately. But I do think I'm going to play the second Stinger. Alright, Cycle Fox. Okay, we're going to yield to this so I can just draw another Fluctuator. Okay. Get in. They can give protection from colorless here. That is one benefit of Giver over Mother of Runes. Now they're at 5. Imagine that this is Palace Jailer. I think they're supposed to take Stinger. They're going for Hollow One. Okay. Come on, Cycler off the top rope. Draw. So if I swing out, I mean, they have to block. I mean, they can trade with the Stinger. Okay. And then they give their Jailer or another creature pro whatever. Interesting that they didn't select to keep the Jailer in case they drew into Flicker Wisp. But they're going to get to keep the Monarch here. Play Fluctuator number 3. You have 5 cards in hand. Some of them have to be good. Alright, 4 cards in hand. Jit's a pretty good one. I can kill my Stinger. Alright, so we're going to fall to 18. Yep. And if they have a blocker here, I can't take the Monarch. They're actually ahead if they have a blocker. They do not. So do they have a Swords or a Solitude? That was a pretty good draw. I am the king! Reaping the Graves, return Stinger. And Flourishing Fox. Alright, so I found a way that we can win with Flourishing Fox. Oh, they're not going to let me do it. But play Stinger, Cycle Fox. I mean, it's not combat, but it's a win, right? Right? That's how that works. Yeah, so we're just going to resubmit this. Okay. This hand's a little bit risky. I think we're supposed to keep it. Crocus, Giver of Runes, sure. The aggro plan is out the door. I say that, and then I draw Flourishing Fox like a real dummy. I still don't think I'm supposed to play it, though. Okay, let's go get Swamp. Cycle Street Wraith. Okay. Fluctuator. Cycle. Come on, Reaping the Graves. Yes. Small victories. So this is only going to return 3 creatures. But I think I'm supposed to burn the song so that way I have mana floating. Okay. Wish I had more creatures there, but gives us an opportunity to do something. Can I get super lucky? We just went ahead, it's a chain of cyclers. Another Fluctuator is not that good. Ending's not that good. Boo. Alright. Rest in peace. And now we're forced to be on the beatdown plan. I guess I can remove the rest in peace with the ending. Okay, so let's remove Rest in Peace. Alright, we just want to draw like 10 cyclers in a row into Reaping the Graves. Is that too much to ask? Okay, what is this? Recruiter of the Guard. Remove Stoneforge Mystic. They removed 3 creatures. We have plenty of creatures left in the deck. Let's just draw one. Come on. Interesting that they didn't get Thalia there. Alright, well, I'm not going to complain about drawing Reaping the Graves, but I would really, really appreciate drawing some creatures. Another Wasteland. Yep. Another Rest in Peace. That's crippling. I think we just lost. That's a bummer. And we don't have another untapped white source either. I only have the Triome, which can get hit by Wasteland. So assuming that we did draw another Prismatic Ending. Okay. No point in me cycling the Flourishing Fox. Vile. I wonder why they got Stoneforge Mystic over Thalia. Just have to pass. Now they put Better Skull into play. Okay, so we're taking 6 here. And then our opponent has lethal next turn. Another Stoneforge, sure. I think we're just dead. Cycle Fox. Cycle Manifestation. Cycle this. Yeah, we just don't have anything going on here. Alright, 0 and 3. Womp womp. Round number 4, and we are on the play. We have turn on Fluctuator. I think. Oh no, we don't. This is a tap land. Oh, that's kind of a pain in the butt. I just saw land in my head. I was like, oh, turn on Fluctuator. It's kind of a bummer. I also wish the Songs of the Damned was a Dark Ritual. Alright. Standard All-Star Canyon Slough and Pass. Forest Reclaimer. Is this elves or green-white again? Okay, let's play that Fluctuator. Cycle. 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 Again. Cycle. Cycle. Alright. I guess I can cycle the Unearth. Come on, mana. There we go. Songs of the Damned. Only storm 3. Alright, I'm gonna cycle this land, see if I can hit another spell. Nope. We'll have 1 floating, which is probably fine. Storm 5. I could also just like play hollow ones. I don't know if I want to play hollow ones, but it's an option. I think we should just take them as draw, like just to draw 5 here. All right, let's hit another songs. Come on. Don't fail me, deck. Cycle. Cycle. Dark Ritual's good. Keep going. Don't mind Lotus Petal. Cycle Street Wraith. Okay, now we get to Reaping the Graves again, this time for 9. This should probably win the game. Looking through. They should just run Fluctuator at common. What harm could that do? I don't see any issues. There's Songs of the Damned. Another Stinger. Another Reaping the Graves. And another Reaping the Graves. Alright, now it's... I didn't want to burn the Lotus Petal. We can bring back a Stinger. Alright. I should probably just start winning the game, right? Instead of, like, goofing around. Let's cast another Stinger. Cycle. Stinger is just Tendrils of Agony, if you think about it. Can't tell me I'm wrong. Alright, so now Storm 13, Reaping the Graves. Click, 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 click. Click. At least this person's letting us kill them, right? Cycle. Cycle. Alright, just have to keep it going. Ah, okay. Well, we got a game. That's always a good start. And we saw Elvish Reclaimer. If I had to guess, they're probably elves. I don't know. They could be green-white. I think I'm just going to try bringing push here. Actually, no. We've been boarding and diluting our deck. I'm going to resubmit and see if that works. Sure. Wish I had a Fox for this hand. Turn 1 Fox into turn 2 Stinger. Let's go. And then cycle Street Wraith. Talk about an aggro start. Keep. One is taking a mulligan. Misty Rainforest. Pretty free to play the Canyon Slough there. We don't have a turn 1 play anyway. I want to hold my cyclers. Getting basic forest again. Are they elves? Looking a little elf-like. Green Sun for 1? Sure. Draw. Okay, Stinger is in play. Interesting. I wonder if I can get punished for attacking here. So they can crop rotation if they have it. And then activate this. I don't think it's worth attacking. Songs of the Damned. I think I'm just supposed to pass here. Let's find out if they're actually elves or not. Alright, they're depths. The crop rotation, yep. And now they get the dark depths, and now I'm forced to win. It's gonna be tough. No land? What are you thinking about here? That's Cloudpost. It looks like I have a turn. Draw. I think I'm just gonna pass. I guess if they have a crop rotation, I'm dead. Because they could then go get Yavimaya, and that would kill me. But looks like I got a little bit lucky. Glimmer Post, so that's going to gain them 2. And now they have enough mana to activate to copy and hold up Bojuka Bog. Okay, so let's cycle the Vial. Gonna have to be a little bit lucky here in order to win. Did not need a Marsh Flats. Cycle. Okay, Reaping's interesting. 3 cards. Or 3 creatures, I should say. Cycle this. Draw. That's 6. So the Songs of the Damned would give us Threshold. You're gonna activate Reclaimer? I would actually really like it if they tried to bog me right here. Okay, so they're going to copy. Sure. Alright, so now I can respond to this again with songs. Was not expecting that. Probably should have been. They are Cloudpost, and Cloudpost players love their Mindbreak Trap. It's unfortunate. I really needed Threshold there. Because now in order to win, I have to hit, like, just perfects. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to get this. So that resolves cycle. I guess if I just drew, like, running Street Wraiths. Yeah. Alright. We lost game 2 to Cloudpost. Am I supposed to be boarding in Duress for Mindbreak Trap? I really don't want to. Guess I could board out like a couple copies of Unearth, because it's not really that great here. I like Unearth because it's a cycler. I guess like a 2-2 split's like reasonable. Alright, turn 1 Fox, let's go. This is our game. I want the Fox victory. Scrubland. Fox. Come on. Mind break that. Once upon a time. Tabernacle. Okay. Annoying. Draw. Alright, let's cycle the Street Wraith. We have land, so like not the end of the world. Just slow me down though. I wonder if I'm supposed to be trying to cycle the stingers or if I'm supposed to pay, or if I'm like, I don't know. My concern is that I go all in on this fox and then it's not good enough. Alright, I guess we're just making a big fox. Let's do both. I think it's probably just better. Split it up a little bit. Cycle. Excuse me. Cycle. I just hope that they're sitting with a bunch of mind breaks in their hand. Take 4 and like it. For what it's worth, this deck just rotated out of standard. This was a standard legal deck, and that's all I have to say. Alright. Okay, using a black. Okay, using a white. Draw. Duress. Double copy of crop rotation. They can play endurance here. I'm not supposed to swing with the stinger. Get in. Okay. They can play Glimmerpost next turn. Yeah, no, they copy the Cloudpost into Titan. They might actually get this. Okay, so now they go up to 11 and they can play Titan. Or do they have enough mana to play Kozilek? No, they only have 8 mana. I guess they could crop rotation and then they could play Kozilek. I think they're going to get this. I made that joke about my standard deck and now they're going to beat me. Shouldn't have talked trash. I just wanted my standard deck to finally get a game win or a match win. Even Cloudpost is better than a standard deck, I suppose. Alright, Primeval Titan's coming down to wreck me. Probably getting Bazooka Bog and something else. Maybe another Cloudpost. Could be like Bazooka Bog and Glimmer. That could work too. Okay, I just didn't see that coming. I don't know why I is the right pick here, but sure. Alright. Fetch. We're at 15. I would need quite the draw steps to win this. Okay. This deck might not have enough cyclers in it. I feel like I'm just like not drawing them at all this league. Yeah, I think we're dead. My standard deck wasn't good enough. I wanted it so badly. Alright, so they can play another Glimmerpost here, and then their Cloudpost tap for 5 each. This is just a Kozilek. Sure, you can get your combat step in. If they get 2 more posts, they might be able to play Emrakul this turn. Maybe I'm not correct there. Baracus. Alright, so these tap for... Oh, they tap for 4 before. I thought it was 5. I mean, they still could have played Kozilek off the 2 posts. That didn't change. So 13 mana. And they drew the Emrakul. That's going to get me. I get punished for talking trash. We are now 0-4. I just really, really wanted a match win. What a bummer. Match number 5 coming up. Alright, we're on the draw for the final round, and if my memory serves me correctly, our opponent is a Doomsday player. I don't imagine that Cycle Storm is going to end up beating Doomsday. Go away, toolbar. Come on. There we go. Going to be a very rough matchup. On the bottom with Preordain. Ooh, turn 1 Fox? Let's go. Maybe we can apply some pressure to their life total. Any world where we get to cast a turn 1 Fox is great by me. Don't you dare daze it. Don't you dare. Don't do it. You leave my Fox alone. Yes, they're forcing my Fox! Oh, 1 white Hymnotorak, let's go! It might just also mean that we're dead. Who knows? Consider, sure. Looks like they kept the card Personal Tutor for Doomsday. Alright, we're gonna have to win now. I think we want another cycler here. We're not in great shape. Fluctuator. So if we wanted to win this turn, we'd have to have this resolve and then cycle into a bunch of creatures into a Lotus Petal so we could cast songs. And we fizzled already. I really do wonder if this deck doesn't have enough creatures in it. Maybe you just need more creatures. Also, maybe you want more of these cycle lands, so like more of the Canyon Slough type lands. It sucks because there's not a black-white one. If there was a black-white one, we would just play 4 of it. Did not shuffle. Okay. Cycler? The cycler. Alright, cycle Street Wraith. There we go. Cycle. Yeah, let's cycle. Alright, Dark Ritual. Songs. Songs. Fluctuator. And Reaping the Graves. So this is a draw 5 essentially. Fox. No reason to bring back Street Wraith. I guess we can. We only have 5 creatures, but because of the fact that the other ones cycle for free, bringing back the one, I'm so used to being like, oh, this cycle's for free. You take Street Wraith, but they all cycle for free. Am I supposed to play Stinger here? Probably. Okay, cycle. Alternatively, I could hold the creatures for if they try to Doomsday, I could then cycle and kill them. That might actually end up being better. Yeah, I'm supposed to do that, I think. Because if they want to Doomsday, they're going to 8, and it just makes my work a lot easier. Here comes the Doomsday. How dare you forcible my Fox. They're selecting the Consider in the graveyard, so they're building a deep analysis pile. They're at 7. Okay, so they're going for the Consider LED pile. So Consider is going to mill Deep Analysis, and then they're going to play Lion's Eye Diamond and flashback Deep Analysis. So Deep Analysis puts them to 4. We have to draw a single cycler off these to kill them. Alright, so now we cycle Street Wraith. Alright, so that just won the game. Cycle Fox. Draw. Draw. Okay, then cycle this. Wooch wooch. That's how you beat Doomsday, clearly. By getting super lucky. Alright. Probably want the Duress and the Pyros. Maybe take out Cabal Ritual and 4 Unearth. Let's try this out. Alright, we have turn 1 Fox. You know that means it's a keep. We're not going to ship a turn 1 Fox. Get out of here. Lotus Petal. Are we dead? Personal Tutor. That's pretty good. That whole Doomsday card. And another fox? Oh my. So a card that I can't believe I'm saying this, we have to worry about is Massacre. So if we play both of these foxes, they could build their Doomsday pile and then cycle into Massacre. If they do that, we have double Street Wraith to make our creatures larger than a 2/2. I'm kind of just hoping that our opponent doesn't have the same turn kill that they cast Doomsday. Like, I'm kind of hoping that they just... Oh, they have Dark Rit. We're dead. We are dead. I was really hoping we would get another turn. Like, we could have cycled the Street Wraiths to look for Duress, but I don't think that's the correct play. Just have to hope that they don't have a draw spell in their hand. Pretty unlikely, but that's our only shot here. So hypothetically, let's say that our opponent doesn't murder us. We would untap these would be 1/1s, 2/2s, 3/3s, 4/4s, which is not lethal. So we would need to draw a land or another Street Wraith in order to create lethal. And it also have to be an untap land. 49 cards have entered the exile zone. Force a negation. I'm a creature deck. Consider... So there's 2 petals in their pile. I don't see a diamond. So they have 2 petals, diamond, oracle. They probably have brainstorm in hand. That's what I would guess here. 1 brainstorm, 2 brainstorm, 3 brainstorm. Yeah, they have brainstorm in hand. We're dead. What? You're passing? You're messing with me? We're getting an opportunity here. Land? Cycle? Come on, give me an untapped land, please. Come on, untapped land. Oh, no. Come on, deck, please. Untap land. I'm not going to cast Duress. We got to just try to hit a land here. 4 looks. So close. Now we're just dead. Oh, my bad. I forgot about the petal being in play. So there's 1 petal in their pile, but we're just dead. Came up short. Street Wraith, Street Wraith, Street Wraith. So it looks like there's a Street Wraith in their pile. I don't know if it will end up mattering, but it's in their pile. I'm gonna hit Chain of Vapor the whole time. The whole time, so it didn't even matter if I hit the land. And there's the Brainstorm. LED, then the Street Wraith. Oh, I guess they decided to make a deep analysis pile. Sure. Are they not playing Ideas Unbound? Is that why? Oh, that's good to know that they're not playing Ideas. That's actually very good for me to know. I wonder if I'm supposed to have Fairy then. I like that Dranith cycles for 1, so let's do this. Okay. Going big. Sure. I'm just gonna get dazed into oblivion. More pass. Maybe I'll get lucky and draw an untapped land. They have a Duress. Oh, or they just have turn 1 Doomsday, that jerk. So I guess we want to draw Fairy Macabre for our draw step. So we can theoretically try to get them. I guess the one nice thing about Fairy Macabre is it can't be hit by forces or days. Okay. Is it a deep analysis pile? Oh, it looks like I'm just dead. So it never mattered. There is deep analysis somewhere in the pile. They just got me. Turn 1. Impressive. Too bad we didn't open up Fairy Macabre, though. Yep. Nice turn 1. Wump wump. 05. So, obviously that was a little bit painful. Yeah, just did not go well. But Deck was super fun to play. Unfortunately, we got 0 Flourishing Fox skills. Not the end of the world. I think if I were to ever play this deck again, I'd want more cycling creatures, perhaps. Maybe don't play the Cabal Rituals at all. We don't really need them, I don't think. I think we can get by on just Dark Ritual and Songs. So maybe these should be creatures. And then maybe more cycle lands, like Canyon Slough type effects. Always open for, you know, constructive criticism. We also maybe want some other cards in the board. Not the end of the world. But thanks for watching. Sorry that I uploaded another 0 for 5 Legacy, especially after the Solidarity video. It has been rough, but I appreciate you watching. Take care and keep storming. Hey, Bryant Cook here. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe, but also follow the social media channels down below. If you want to support this content directly, I would recommend going to theepicstorm.com/shop. And if you need a little bit of assistance with the Epic Storm to get to that next level, I would recommend going to theepicstorm.com/tutoring. Don't worry, there's more great content coming right up.